So we're going to be lying on our back. Knees are bent, feet flat on the floor. You can heel toe your feet a little bit wider apart, allow the knees to fall in together so you're slightly knock-kneed. And if you're going to listen to my playlist, make sure you've got your phone ready. And we're going to press play in 1, 2, 3. And just a few of your natural breaths here. You can close your eyes if you want to. This evening, our flow is going to be a bit of a cool flow. Trying to keep it nice and slow, if I can. And we're going to be thinking about moving with ease and breathing with ease. And we're also going to have a mantra today. So a mantra, some people may know it as an affirmation. It's just going to be a word. For some people, it could be a prayer. It could be something with spiritual significance. It could be a line from a poem. I picked a word for us. You don't have to say the mantra. That's your choice. Our word is going to be calm. So we'll repeat the word silently 3 times. I'm going to be saying it out loud. If you're home alone, you can say it out loud. Normally we'd inhale, and as you exhale, you would say your mantra. So today you can say calm, you can say it 3 times, or you can say I am calm. That'd be your choice. So take a nice long inhale. As you exhale, I am calm. Inhale. I am calm. Inhale. I am calm. So throughout our practice today, we'll be thinking about moving with that calmness, breathing with ease, moving with ease, so that when we do a harder practice, we can carry that ease on into that practice. Checking that the pelvis is in neutral, so you've just got that natural curve in the lower back, hip bones are roughly level. Activate your core, so whether you think about scooping up and in or zipping up, and float the right foot off the floor. Hip circles. You can do your hip circles with the knee bent, or you can lengthen the leg, point the toes up towards the ceiling. Maybe place the left hand on that left thigh and slowly start to circle. The movement is coming through the hip. I have my leg extended with my toes pointed, and I'm just imagining I'm drawing circles on the ceiling. Slow and it's controlled. Keeping the core activated to help stabilize that pelvis. Upper body's relaxed. Slowly change direction. And then slowly float that right foot down. Check that the pelvis is neutral, core is on. Float the left foot off the floor, knee can be bent or extend the leg. Slowly circle. Movement coming from the hip joint, right hand maybe on that right thigh, keeping that resting leg still. Upper body's relaxed. Changing direction. And inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Slowly float that left foot back down towards the floor. Release the arms down to the side of the mat. Activate the core. Leg float, starting with the right leg. Slowly float the right foot off the floor. Knees roughly in line, that right hip. Slowly float it down. Inhale, float up. Exhale, float down. Carry on in your own time. Slow and controlled. Checking that the core is activated. 2 more with the legs only. 1 more each leg, legs only. And then you have the option of floating right leg, left arm. With that arm, just work with your own range of movement. Checking that the core is activated. And it's slow and controlled. One more, each leg. And if you have socks on that aren't grippy, it might be time to take them off. Coming into a low bridge, pelvis in neutral. You can keep the hands on that pelvis with the heel of the hands on the hips, fingertips pointing down towards the pubic bone. Activate the core, squeeze the glutes, slowly float the hips off the floor, not too high. Check in that the weight's even in the feet, that you're not rolling onto the outside edges of your feet, that big toe man's in contact with the floor. Knees are going in the direction of your toes. Check that the hips are level. Keep those glutes activated. And then we're going to pulse. Small pulse for 1, for 2, for 3. Keep those glutes activated for 4, for 5, for 6, for 7, for 8. Hold it there. Slowly lower the hips back down towards the floor. Come into that neutral spine. Release the arms down by the side of your body. Upper body is relaxed. Activate the core. Slowly lower the lower back to the floor. Nice and easy. Pelvic tilt. Slowly curl up into bridge. Not a high bridge. 1 by 1. Upper body's nice and relaxed. And as you exhale, slowly curl back down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Coming into that pelvic tilt so the lower back's on the floor. Slowly come back to that neutral spine. I'm going to repeat that. Inhale, pelvic tilt. Slowly uncurl, vertebrae by vertebrae, not too high. And as you exhale, slowly uncurl. Pelvic tilt, slowly back to that neutral spine. 1 more. Inhale, pelvic tilt, so that lower back gently touches the floor. Uncurl, vertebrae by vertebrae. And as you exhale, slowly curl back down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Coming into that neutral spine, hold it here. Gently hug one knee in, then the other. If you have any issues with your back, you can just hug one knee in at a time. You can stay still, or maybe a gentle rocking from side to side. And then very slowly roll to one side. And we're going to meet up in tabletop. And once you get there, Checking that the pelvis is in neutral, shoulder blades are in neutral. So the shoulder blades on the back of your spine. Shoulders are stacked over the wrists. Knees are underneath the hips. Spread the fingers wide. Cat-cow. Take a nice deep breath in. As you exhale, slowly come into cat. And as you inhale, slowly uncurl, neutral spine, come into your cow. Check that you're not just dropping that belly down towards the floor. Exhale, slowly uncurl. Coming into your cow, or maybe just to a neutral spine. One more. Slowly come into your cow, back to your neutral spine. Coming into a rolling cat. Toes can be tucked, or the feet can be flat on the floor, your choice. From here, we're going to allow the hips to float back towards the heels. Keep the chest open, and then tuck the chin and roll up into a cat all the way up, and then slowly uncurl vertebrae by vertebrae to your neutral spine. Take a nice deep breath in. As you exhale, slowly float the hips all the way back to the heels. Take a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, slowly uncurl. Neutral spine. One more. Hips all the way back to the heels. Tuck the chin. Slowly curl up. Slowly uncurl to your neutral spine. Rolling hip circles. Feet can be flat on the floor, the toes can be tucked, whichever feels comfortable for you. Working with your own range of movement, it feels comfortable for myself, for my hips to come back towards my heels. It feels comfortable on my knees, my ankles, and my back. If that feels comfortable for you, that's fine. And then you're going to slowly come all the way over. I'm going from right, circling all the way around to the left, but don't worry if you're not. And you can close your eyes. Keep it slow and controlled. Breathing with ease, moving with ease. And then slowly change direction. Let's just do one more. Come into tabletop. From here, activate the core. Pelvis in neutral, shoulder blades in neutral, so the shoulder blades on the back of the rib cage. Activate the right glute, bring the right knee off the floor, hip circles. We're going for 3. Doesn't matter what direction you start with, working with your own range of movement. And once you've done your 3, reverse direction. And then bring that knee in towards the body, step the hand between the hands, coming into a kneeling crescent, a kneeling lunge. Left foot is flat, the top of the foot is flat on the floor, pushing down through that right foot. Checking that that pelvis is in neutral. And gently roll your shoulders. Nice and slow. The arms can be at your side, or your fingertips can be on your shoulders, whichever feels comfortable for you. Bring the right hand to that right thigh. Hinge forward, place the left hand on the floor, left shoulder stacked over that left wrist. Maybe heel toe the right foot out a little bit. Kneeling twisted crescent. Just a nice easy rotation to the right. And maybe just drop that left ear down towards that left shoulder, holding it here. Keeping that right palm on that right thigh, leaning back into the left shoulder blade. And then slowly meet back up in tabletop. Set your base. Shoulders are over the wrists. Knees are underneath the hips. Spread the fingers wide. Activate the core. Squeeze the left glute. Bring the left knee off the floor. Hip circles. 3 in each direction. Nice and slow. And then bring that knee in towards the chest. Step the left foot forward in between the hands. Slowly come up into your kneeling crescent, your kneeling lunge. Top of the right foot pressing down into the floor. Sole of the left foot pressing down into the floor. Pelvis in neutral. Nice easy shoulder rolls. Let's do one more on each side. Left palm onto the left thigh, hinging forward, right hand on the floor, right shoulder over that right wrist, maybe heel toe that left foot out slightly, releasing the right ear down towards the right shoulder. A few easy breaths here, leaning into that right shoulder blade. Slowly release, come to tabletop, tuck the toes. Slowly walk the hands back. Now you have the option to sit on the heels, toe squat. If that feels uncomfortable for you, just come up onto the knees, kneel in here. Feet can be flat on the floor or toes can be tucked. Take a nice deep breath in, reach fingertips all the way up to the ceiling. As you exhale, bring the hands down through to heart. Lengthen out the arms in front of you, about shoulder height. Flex the hands, point the fingertips up towards the ceiling. Can be a little bit low, if that feels more comfortable for your shoulders. You can stay here or take the left hand to the right fingertip, stretching out your right wrist, your right forearm. Slowly release. Right fingers to the left, stretching out that left forearm, the left wrist. Release, float the fingertips all the way up to the ceiling. Bend the elbows, slowly come into your goddess arms, your goalpost arms. Core is on, hold it here. Opening out through the chest, the same broad across the collarbones. Release the arms, bring the hands back through to heart. Take a nice deep breath in. As you exhale, your mantra, I am calm. Inhale. I am calm. Inhale. I am calm. Slowly come back to tabletop. Tuck the toes, activate the core. Coming into our first down dog, a bent knee down dog. Lift the hips up and back. Now, if this is any issues on your shoulders, you can just stay in your tabletop, spreading the fingers wide. Think about pushing up, lengthening the arms, lengthening the armpits. Wrap those triceps round so that your biceps and the creases of your elbows are facing each other. Bend those knees, hips are high. The weight's even between the hands and the feet. The heels don't have to touch the floor. They may never ever touch the floor. Just hold it here, a few deep breaths. I'm just going to give you your options to come into your next posture, your next asana. You can just lower the knees and come into a 3/4 plank, or you have the option of joining knee, tucking the chin in and slowly rolling out to a plank, then slowly lowering my knees to a 3/4 plank. Pelvis is in neutral, core is on, shoulder blades on the back of the rib cage. Bending the elbows, we're going to lower in one piece, elbows are pointing back, slowly come down towards the floor. Tops of the feet in contact the floor, pubic bones in contact the floor, hands underneath the shoulders. Remember the next part of the spine, lengthen the spine, take a nice deep breath in, pull back on that mat and lift into a low or baby cobra. broad across the collarbones. Try not to jut that chin up, so you're looking down towards the mat. As you exhale, just feel the rib cage softening. As you inhale, feel that rib cage expand. And on your next exhale, soften down, tuck the toes, and slowly push all the way up to your 3/4 plank. Slowly bring the knees in. A few deep breaths here. And then from here, doesn't matter which foot comes forward, we're going to just step forward and come into a halfway lift. So we've got a hip hinge, our knees are bent, our chest is open. And then slowly with that hip hinge, a lovely long spine, you're going to slowly come all the way up to standing, reaching the fingertips all the way up to the ceiling. And as you exhale, slowly bring the hands down through to heart. You can stay here nice and still, or you can just gently sway from side to side. I'm rolling through the outside edge of one foot and then onto the other side, nice and slow. So remember, today we're going to be moving with ease, breathing with ease, and I'm going to try and keep it nice and slow for you. Release the hands. Bring the hands, you can bring them to your hip creases, or you can bring them to the thigh. Inhale, exhale, bending the knees, hinging from the hips. Keep that spine nice and long. Bend the knees as much as you can. Slowly place the hands on the floor. Bring the right foot back, right knee down. Top of the right foot flat on the floor, slowly coming up into a kneeling crescent. Reach the fingertips all the way up to the ceiling. Pelvis is neutral, core is on, right glute is on. Bend the elbows, goddess arms, goalpost arms. A few deep breaths here. Exhale, hinge forward. Right hand touches the floor. Right shoulder is over the right fist. Bring the left hand to that left hip. Kneeling, crescent twist. Releasing maybe that right ear down towards that right shoulder. Hold it here. A few deep breaths. Releasing that left hand down. Let's meet up in our tabletop. From here, 3 cat-cows. Coming into your last cat-cow. Meeting in a neutral spine. Options to keep the top of the feet flat on the floor. From here, you're going to allow the hips to float all the way back to the heels. Keep the chest open. Slowly allow the hands to drag along the mat. Your option is to stay here. If this feels uncomfortable on your knees, you can come up to kneeling. You can stay here and bring the hands to your back, coming to a back bend, or you can bring the hands behind you. Your core is on. I'm coming into a modified camel. I'm activating my core, squeezing my glutes, and allowing my glutes, my butt, to float off my heels. Checking with that neck. Slowly allow the hips to sink back to the heels. Come up nice and tall, core is on. Slowly come back to tabletop. Core is on, right glute is on. Float the right knee off the floor. 3 hip circles. Nice and slow. Change direction. Tuck that right knee in, step it in between the hands, step the left foot forward, halfway lift with that hip hinge. Activate the core, come all the way up, squeeze the glutes up the top. Slowly reach the arms all the way up to the ceiling, soften the knees, bring the palms together as you exhale. Hands through to heart center, release the hands to your thighs. Exhale, hip hinge, bending the knees, coming all the way down, keep that spine nice and long. Bend those knees if you need to, hands on the floor. Left foot comes back, left knee touches the floor, the top of the left foot. Slowly coming into your kneeling crescent, your kneeling lunge. Pelvis in neutral, reach the fingertips all the way up to the ceiling. Bend the elbows, goddess arms. Left glute is on, core is activated. Breathing with ease. On your next exhale, hinge forward. Right hand, right hip, left hand to the floor, left shoulder over that left wrist, maybe heel toe that right foot out. Coming into a rotation, a twist, maybe drop that left ear down towards the left shoulder. Slowly release the right hand to the mat, tabletop. 3 cat-cows. Take a nice deep breath in. As you exhale, coming into your cat. Slowly uncurl. Checking that you're watching that back as you come into your cow. Last one. Neutral spine. Activate that core. Allow the hips to float back towards the heels. Slowly bring the hands along the mat. Your choice whether you come up to kneeling, whether you stay here, come into your back bend. I'm coming into my modified camel, so my hands are coming back behind me. Fingertips pointing forward. My core is on, broad across the collarbones. Glutes are activated, so I've got that hip extension. Slowly allow the hips float back to the heels. Slowly come up nice and tall. Slowly come back to tabletop. Activate the core. Squeeze the left glute. 3 hip circles one way, 3 the other. Slow and controlled. Slowly change direction. Tuck that left knee in, step the left foot forward, push down through the left foot, right foot comes forward, feet back, hip width apart, hip hinge. Come up nice and tall, that lovely long spine, reach fingertips all the way up to the ceiling. Bring the hands down through to heart center. Slowly hip hinge all the way down, lovely long spine, bending those knees. Allow the hands to touch the mat. Right foot comes back. This time, tucking the right toes. Reach fingertips all the way up to the ceiling. Right glute is on, coming into your arms. Take a nice deep breath in. As you exhale, hinge forward. Right hand to the floor, right shoulder, right wrist. Option to keep the right hand on the hip. Maybe bring the fingertips up towards the ceiling. Release the right ear down towards the right shoulder. Then back into the right shoulder blade. Release that hand down, come back to tabletop. From here, 3 cat-cows. Keep it slow and controlled. We're coming into number 3. Come into the neutral spine, activate the core, allow the hips to float back towards the heels. Slowly come up nice and tall. Your choice of your back bend. I'm coming into modified camel. Activating those glutes. So even if you're kneeling and doing your back bend, keep those glutes activated to come into that hip extension. Slowly release. Bottom to the heels. Slowly come into that tabletop position. Core is on, glutes are on. 3 hip circles. I'm slowly changing direction. Bring that right knee into the chest, step the right foot forward, left foot forward in that hip hinge position, slowly hinge up. You're going to come up nice and tall. We're adding on, you're stepping that right foot back, coming into warrior 2. A left warrior 2. So my left knee is bent, my left knee is roughly in line with my ankle, grounding down through both feet, rising up to the crown of your head. Hold it here. Glutes are on, core is on. You can soften the arms if you need to. If your arms, shoulders are tired, you can grab your hips. Right hand, right thigh. Turn the left palm to face the ceiling. Slowly bring the fingertips up, stretch up nice and tall. Side bend, over to the right, reverse warrior. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, modified side angle. I'm going to do that one more time. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, modified side angle. Inhale, warrior two. And then slowly step all the way back up to the mat. Reach fingertips all the way up to the ceiling. Bring the hands down through to heart center. Exhale, remember it. Breathing with ease, moving with ease. Slowly come down, step that left foot back. Coming into your kneeling crescent. Tucking the left toes, reach fingertips up to the ceiling. And the elbows, goddess arms, hold it here. Left glutes on, core is on. Exhale, hinge forward. Left hand to the floor. Right hand to the right hip. Checking that left shoulder is over that left wrist. Rotate. Maybe bring the right fingertips up towards the ceiling. Core is on. Maybe release the left ear down towards the left shoulder. Leaning back into that left shoulder blade. And slowly meet in tabletop. 3 cat-cows. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, cat. Inhale, slowly uncurl, come into cow. Come into my last cat-cow. Neutral spine, core is on. Allow my hips to float back towards my heels. Slowly coming up. Your choice of back bend. I'm coming to my modified camel. My core is on. I'm broad across the collarbones. I'm squeezing my glutes. So remember, whichever back bend you're doing, your core is on and your glutes are on. Slowly release. Hips down towards the heels. Slowly, let's meet up in our tabletop. Core is on. Activate the left glute. Float the left knee off the floor. Hip circles. 3 one way. And let's slowly change direction. Tuck that left in, step that left foot forward, push down to the left foot, the right foot comes forward, feet back hip width apart, hip hinge all the way up. You can see my backside now, guys, because I'm stepping my left foot back. Warrior two, right knee. Check your base, grounding down through both feet. Glutes are on, core is on. Hold it here. Releasing left hand to the left thigh. Turn the right palm to face the ceiling. Bring the arm up, reach fingertips all the way up. Side bend, reverse warrior. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, modified side angle. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, reverse it. Side bend. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale. Modified side angle. Slowly inhale to warrior two. Slowly step forward, bring the hands through to heart center. Close the eyes. Soften the knees. Mantra. Inhale. I am calm. Inhale. I am calm. Inhale. I am calm. Take a nice deep breath in. On your next exhale, hip hinging all the way forward, bending those knees. Slowly place the hands on the floor. Meet in tabletop. Spread the fingers wide. Your option, feet can be flat on the floor or you can tuck the toes. Eyes can be open and closed. Coming back into our rolling hip circles. Don't worry if the hips don't come down towards the heels, just check in with the knees, check in with the hips, check in with the feet, the ankles. And then slowly change direction. Time your hips come down towards the heels, we're going to stay here in child's pose. Now, for some of us, this may feel uncomfortable, so your hips can be up higher. Slowly lower the lower arms to the floor. Keep the chest open so we're not dropping that chest down towards the floor. Stay lifted in the chest. Turn the palms to face the ceiling. Relax the fingers. Check that that neck's in line with the rest of the spine. Slowly bring the palms back down towards the mat. Lengthen out the arms. Spread the fingers wide. And just bring the hands out wide. So maybe your little fingers are on the outside edges of your mat. And then slowly bring the right hand to center. Check to see how that feels on your back. Maybe the right thumb slides over to the left thumb. Maybe the right hand is on that top of the left hand. So you may feel it stretching all the way down the side of your back onto your lats. Try not to drop the chest down through to the floor. A few deep breaths here. Slowly bring that right hand, I'm sliding it along the mat, so my right little finger touches the outside edge of my mat. Then I'm slowly sliding my left hand into center, checking in to see how I'm feeling. Then I'm sliding my left thumb to my right thumb. Or maybe the left hand is on top of the right hand. A few deep breaths here. And then slowly slide that left hand out, left little finger to the outside edge of that mat. Maybe walk the fingers forward a little bit so you get more of a stretch down the side of your body. Next in line with the rest of the spine. Check in with those shoulders so you're not just dropping that chest down. And then very slowly coming up to tabletop. Grab yourself a drink. So I'm going to come and lay down on the floor. I did send an email out last night, so hopefully you all got it. If you're on my email list, if you didn't get that email, just check your junk, because I did say that we would probably need either 2 yoga blocks or a pillow. If you didn't get the email and you haven't got a pillow or 2 yoga blocks, it may be a good time now to run off and grab those. We're not going to use them straight away, so just have them to your side. And we're just going to slowly make our way down. So we're laying on our backs, feet flat on the floor. Eyes can be soft or your eyes can be closed, your choice. Just checking that pelvis is in neutral. Just a few breaths here, just in case people have run off to grab their blocks or their pillows. We're coming into a rotation. So we're gently going to allow the left knee to come out towards the left and the right knee. Now the right foot is going to stay in contact with the floor. So that left leg will come down. We're going to keep that outside edge, that lateral arch in that right foot in contact with the floor. So the outside edge of that right foot is in contact with the floor. My knee, that right knee has come over my center line. You can bring the arms up into goalpost arms or goddess arms if that feels comfortable for you. And just a few deep breaths here. Slowly come all the way back up to center. Slowly bring that right knee over to the right. The left knee will follow, but you're keeping that left foot in contact with the floor. That outside edge of that left foot stays in contact with the floor. Hold it here. A few deep breaths. Horizon, slowly come all the way up to center. Hold it here. Release the arms down by the side of your body. We're coming into an easy hamstring stretch. We're not going to force the hamstrings. You won't need your belt or your strap. Gently bring that right knee in. Give it a little bit of a hug. And then very slowly extend that right leg up. You can hold behind your right hamstring, or maybe it feels comfortable to hold behind that right calf. Left hand, so the left knee is still bent. Place that left hand, the palm of the left hand on that left thigh. Maybe you can hold the right ankle. Maybe you're a little bit more flexible and it feels comfortable to hold that right big toe. But just keep that right knee slightly soft, or it may have more of a bend in it. Upper body is relaxed. Nice, easy hamstring stretch. Breathing with ease. Couple more breaths. And then very slowly, just bend and release that right leg down. It comes into your chest. Slowly float that right foot down to the floor. Pause here for a moment. Right hand on that right knee. Slowly bring that left knee in towards the chest. Slowly extending that leg up. Either hold it behind the thigh. So if you need to hold it with both hands, that's fine. You can hold it behind the left calf, the left ankle, or maybe you can reach the left big toe. Keep that knee slightly soft. Nice, easy hamstring stretch on the left leg. Slowly release. Keep that left knee into the chest. Slowly bring that right knee up if it feels comfortable on your back. Maybe stay still, gently rock from side to side. And then slowly roll to one side. Now you have your choice. If you don't have a block, grab your pillow. I'll just show you the pillow, then I'll show you the blocks. So you've got it nice and long down your mat. So when you come to lay on it, your head and neck are supported. Mine's down on my lower back. If you've got your blocks, remember your yoga blocks, you have different settings. You've got the lowest setting, which you're going to place here lengthwise. This block is going to be on the second setting and it's going to be up here, and that's what I'm going to rest my head on. So on this block here, I'm going to bring my shoulder blades, and the bottom of this block here is going to be roughly where my brow line is. And then I'm resting the back of my head on that block to get yourself nice and comfortable. If you're trying the blocks, you can try the blocks and then you can try your pillow. You may find the pillow's a little bit softer, so you may find it comfortable. Some of you may have a bolster, so you can use that if that was okay for you. You can go post your arms, but I prefer to bring my arms out so my hands, my wrists, my elbows are in line with my shoulders, my chest is open. Feet are flat on the floor, knees are bent. And just close your eyes. And just enjoy this gentle chest opener. And if you need to adjust and move at any time, please do so. If it feels more comfortable for you to heel toe your feet out wide and allow the knees to fall in so you are not knee then please do so. And then we're going to repeat our mantra once more. So take a nice long inhale. As you exhale, I am calm. Inhale. I am calm. Inhale. I am calm. Breathing with ease. Check that the fingers are soft, hands relaxed. Soften the face, the forehead, the space between the eyebrows. Relax the jaw. And just allow the tongue to fall away from the roof of the mouth. So the lips are slightly apart. Nice, long, easy breaths. Coming into our final, we are in our final relaxation, but into Shavasana. So you're more than welcome to stay as you are. Or you can remove the blocks or remove your pillow. Your legs can stay bent. Or if you removed your block or your pillow, maybe you'd like to extend the legs out nice and long, come into your corpse pose. The heels coming down to the outside edges of the mat, and just allow the feet to flop open to the side. And just allow the back of the skull, if you've removed your blocks and your pillow, to be in contact with the mat. The backs of the shoulder blades, the back of the hips. The fingers are soft. And if you're still on the pillow, the wedges, just slowly bring the arms more in towards the sides. So you're relaxing the shoulders and the fingertips are pointing down towards the feet. So they're still away from the sides of your body, but the shoulders are a little bit more relaxed. And just bring your awareness to the breath. The air flowing in and out the nose. Just checking that the forehead is still relaxed and that jaw is still relaxed. Just softening down through the chest and down through the belly. Just remember that any time during our Shavasana, if you need to adjust your position, please do so. Just do so nice and quietly, nice and easy. And just allow yourself to enjoy this relaxation, allowing your body to rest. Deep breath. Slowly start to bring your awareness back to the breath. The belly and the chest rising and falling with each breath. If your legs are out long, slowly start to bend and slowly slide the feet in one at a time. The feet are flat on the floor and the bed. Slowly hug the right knee in towards the chest. Hands can be on top of the lower leg, behind, resting on the hamstrings of the leg, resting on the back of the hands. Gently circle that right ankle. And slowly change direction. I should have said that if you're laying on your blocks or your pillows, just to move them out of the way. Slowly float the right foot back down. Slowly hug that left leg in. Slowly circle that left ankle. And then maybe float both feet down to the floor, just gently hug them in. Whatever feels right for you at this moment. Maybe you're swaying your side to side. Maybe you're nice and still. And then very slowly just roll to one side, whichever side feels comfortable for you. And keeping those eyes closed, slowly come all the way up. It might be nice now to sit on your pillow, or maybe sit on your block, so the hips a little bit higher. Keeping the eyes closed. Just bring the awareness to your body, checking that the weight is even on both seat bones, the spine's nice and long. And then just slowly bring the back of the hands onto the thighs, the palms facing the ceiling, and soften the fingers, relaxing the shoulders. Checking there's length in the neck, the crown of the head towards the ceiling, that you're not jutting the chin up or that chin's not overly tucked in. Check that the jaw's relaxed. Allow the tongue to fall away from the roof of the mouth. And slowly bring your awareness back to the breath. The air flowing in, the air flowing out. And for the last time, we will be repeating our mantra. Take a nice long inhale. I am calm. Inhale. I am calm. Inhale. I am calm. Slowly bring the palms together at heart center. Allow the thumbs to connect to the heartbeat. Slowly bow the head towards the fingertips. Thank you very much for joining me for your practice this evening. Moving with ease, breathing with ease. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you find peace within. From my heart to yours. Namaste. Slowly flutter your eyes open so you're gazing at your fingertips. And slowly bring the head up. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed that flow. It was a little bit more chilled than our last few sessions. If you have any questions, please either message me. You can direct message me on Instagram, or you can email me. If you didn't get my email last night, again, you can just email me or contact me and I can send it, or you can check your junk. If you have any questions, again, about anything we've done tonight, or any questions about the playlist, just going to let you know, on Saturday, which is the 27th, I believe, that should be the full moon. The full moon, I did have it written down, but I've left it in my room. The full moon is at 8:17, I think, in the morning, but it's definitely in the morning. So I'm just going to suggest to you that you might want to look back on some of the live sessions that have been recorded. There was 2 moon flows, one in November and the other one in December, that you might decide you might want to do on Saturday. If you get up early, you can do it in the morning, if not later on in the day. The one in November was Chandra Namaskar, and the one in December was a variation of that. The one in November was when it's the one I read out the Native American story about the wolf. So it might be an idea for that. So carrying on with the theme of moving and breathing with ease and being calm, might be a good idea to get up Saturday morning, have a nice cup of tea or coffee, keep your PJs on, maybe put a sports bra on, ladies, and then do that flow. Might be nice. Just a suggestion. Don't have to if you don't want to. But anyway, thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that. And it did make a change, didn't it, Ollie? So good night. Enjoy the rest of your evening. And Karen, thank you very much for joining us this evening. I hope you enjoyed that. Any questions, just WhatsApp me or send me a text. But good night, everyone. Thank you. Bye. Stay safe.